Azithromycin is one of the most popular antibiotics around. Nearly 55 million prescriptions are written for it in the United States every year. Well, today, the FDA warned of a rare but potentially deadly side effect.
If you've ever taken a Z-Pak, there's something you need to know. 78% of them should have never been prescribed. And that's not my opinion, that's published research. But here's the part that should bother you. Even if yours was unnecessary, even if it was for a cold that would have cleared up on its own, it left something behind. Not in your medicine cabinet, in your gut, and possibly your brain. Harvard researchers tracked 14,000 people for 7 years, and what they found, taking antibiotics for just 2 months aged the brain by 3 to 4 years. And the wildest part, you might feel completely fine right now, no brain fog, no memory issues, but 9 species of bacteria that were living in your gut before that Z-Pak, they're gone. Still missing 6 months later. Some of them never come back. So what does that mean for your brain 5 years from now, 10 years from now? That's what we need to talk about. And by the way, if you have parents or friends who reach for a Z-Pak every time they get a cold, send this to them right now. It could change the trajectory of their health. 60 million Americans take Z-Paks every year. 60 million. Most of them didn't even need it. Now, if you're skeptical, you should be. I prescribe antibiotics when they're necessary. They save lives. But this is different. We now have a Harvard study tracking 14,000 women for 7 years and a 2025 study that mapped the exact mechanism of how this damages your brain. This isn't speculation anymore. So let me explain what's actually happening. Think of your gut bacteria as a firewall between your body and your brain. They filter out inflammation. They produce chemicals your brain needs to think clearly, and they're running security 24/7. A Z-Pak doesn't just kill the bad bacteria, it making you sick. It's a nuclear option. It wipes everything out. Good bacteria, bad bacteria, all of it. And here's what researchers just discovered in 2025. When that firewall goes down, an inflammation signal floods into your brain. It wakes up your brain's cleanup crews called microglia. Normally, these cells are helpful. They clear out waste. But when they get the wrong signal, they go rogue. They start eating the connections between your brain cells, your memory synapses, like Pac-Man chomping through a maze. Except the maze is your hippocampus, your memory center. That's not a metaphor. Scientists literally observe microglia pruning synapses after antibiotic-induced gut damage. So here's what gets me. The villain here isn't the Z-Pak itself. Antibiotics save lives. The villain is the overprescription. 78% of Z-Pak prescriptions are unnecessary. That's not me saying that. That's published research, 78%. So you go in with a cold, a viral infection, and you walk out with a Z-Pak that fights bacteria. It doesn't compute, even though the antibiotics don't work on viruses, not at all. Why? Because it's easy. You asked for it. You said, I got a Z-Pak last time and felt better. The doctor wants to help. 5 days, done, except your gut isn't done. 9 species of bacteria disappear after antibiotics, and they're still missing 6 months later. Some people's guts look like ICU patients' guts after a single course. And here's the stacking problem I see. Someone might be taking a Z-Pak twice a year, maybe also taking antacids, maybe not eating enough fiber, maybe stressed out of their mind. Each one alone, probably fine, you can withstand it. But together, these things add up and your gut never recovers. Your brain keeps paying the price. In Sweden, only 3% of prescriptions are Z-Paks. 3% versus 78%. In America, it was the #1 most prescribed antibiotic. We're not sicker than Sweden. We're just over-medicated. Now, you might have seen headlines saying antibiotics don't cause dementia. A big study just came out in December saying exactly that. So what gives? So here's the nuance. The study looked at people over 70, people who were already cognitively healthy. The Harvard study looked at people in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, midlife. That's when the damage happens. By the time you're 70 and still sharp, you might have dodged the bullet, but the risk window is midlife. And that's when most people are popping Z-Paks at every sinus infection. So here's your roadmap. Step 1, question the prescription. Before you accept the Z-Pak, ask your doctor one question. Is this bacterial or viral? If it's viral, which most colds and sinus infections are, you don't need it. It won't help, and it might hurt your brain. Step 2, if you've already taken antibiotics in the last year, start rebuilding now. The basic version, eat 30 different plants per week, not 30 servings, 30 different types. Vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, herbs. Variety is what builds diversity. Count them, make it a game. Gamify it, sure. The better version, add prebiotic foods, specifically garlic, onions, leeks, asparagus, cooled potatoes, and rice have resistant starch your good bacteria love to eat. Feed what you have left. Step 3, if you want to get precise, test your gut like Viome or Ombre. They run about $100, $150. They'll show you exactly which species are missing and what to eat to rebuild them. And look, here's the honest truth about probiotics. Most don't survive stomach acid, but one strain, Bifidobacterium longum, has actually been shown to improve memory in clinical trials. So if you're going to take one, look for that one specifically. Give it time. Gut recovery takes 3 to 6 months of consistent effort, maybe longer if you've had multiple rounds. Now, you may have been reaching for that Z-Pak for years whenever you got sick. So don't panic. You were doing what your doctor told you. You were trying to feel better. You trusted the system. That's not on you. But here's what I want you to know. Your gut is resilient. Your brain is resilient. The research shows that focused effort on rebuilding can make a real difference. The most important thing you can do right now, question the next antibiotic prescription. Ask if it's really necessary, and if you've already taken one recently, start feeding your gut today. Now, rebuilding your gut takes time. 3 months, 6 months, maybe longer. But what to do in the meantime? While you're waiting for those good bacteria to come back, while your gut is still recovering, that's the part that used to frustrate me because the whole gut-brain pathway is slow by design. Pills go through your stomach, then your intestines, then they have to cross the blood-brain barrier that you're waiting for hours. So sometimes days before you feel anything. But here's what's interesting. There's another pathway, one that bypasses all of that, goes straight from your nose to your brain in minutes. And that's why I pulled this video out here for you to watch next.